You know that moment when someone shows you exactly who they are at 3 a.m.? When the mask slips and you see the truth you've been ignoring for months. Yeah, that happened to me 6 weeks ago. And what I did next? Let's just say I'm either the smartest woman alive or the coldest, depending on who you ask. My name's Jenna. I'm 29 years old, and up until 6 weeks ago, I was dating a man I thought I was going to marry. A man I'd been supporting financially for 8 months. A man who called me at 3 a.m. demanding $2,000 because his credit card got declined at a nightclub. Spoiler alert, I didn't send the money. And what happened after that? Well, that's where this story gets interesting. Let me back up. I met Brandon a year ago at a friend's party. He was charming, gorgeous, confident. He worked in sales, which I later learned meant he'd had about 6 different sales jobs in 2 years and hadn't lasted at any of them for more than 4 months. But in the beginning, I didn't know that. I just knew he was charismatic and made me laugh and seemed ambitious. He talked about his big plans and his future success and how he was between opportunities right now, but something big was coming. I should have seen the red flags. But I was lonely, and he was attentive, and I wanted to believe in him. We started dating seriously after 2 months. He'd spend most nights at my apartment. I owned a nice 1-bedroom condo in the city. I made decent money as a marketing manager, around $85,000 a year. Not rich, but comfortable. Brandon was always between jobs, or waiting on commission checks, or his payment was delayed. At first, I didn't mind covering dates. A dinner here, movie tickets there. It seemed like a temporary thing. Then he moved in. 4 months into dating, Brandon's lease was up. I'm looking at new places, he said, but everything's so expensive right now. Mind if I crash at yours for a few weeks while I find something? A few weeks turned into 4 months. And in those 4 months, Brandon contributed exactly $0 to rent, utilities, or groceries. He had excuses for everything. I'm waiting on this commission check. My last job still owes me money. Once I land this new position, I'll pay you back for everything. But the new position never came. The commission checks never materialized. And I was paying for everything. Rent, groceries, his phone bill because his carrier was messing up his payment, his car insurance because he was waiting on a refund, his gym membership because he needed to stay in shape for job interviews. I calculated it once. In 8 months of dating, I'd spent approximately $18,000 on Brandon. $18,000. And he'd never once offered to pay me back. Never once showed appreciation. Just took it all as if it was owed to him. My friends hated him. He's using you, my best friend Kara would say. He's going through a rough patch, I defend. Things will turn around. It's been 8 months, Jenna. When exactly is this rough patch ending? I didn't have an answer. But I loved him. Or at least I thought I did. Maybe I was just in love with the idea of him. The potential of who he could be once he got his life together. Spoiler alert. He was never going to get his life together. Then came the night that changed everything. It was a Friday. Brandon told me he was going out with the guys to network. Might lead to a job opportunity, he said. I was tired from work, so I stayed home. Went to bed around 11 p.m. My phone rang at 3:14 a.m. I woke up disoriented. Grabbed my phone. Brandon. Hello. My voice was groggy. Jenna, I need you to send me money right now. His words were slurred. He was drunk. What? Brandon, it's 3 a.m. My card got declined. I'm at the club, and my card declined, and I need you to send me $2,000 right now. I sat up, suddenly very awake. $2,000? For what? For my tab. My card declined, and they won't let me leave until I pay, and I need $2,000 right now. Use Venmo, or Zelle, or whatever. Just send it. Brandon, what the hell were you doing that you racked up a $2,000 tab? Does it matter? Just send the money. Yes, it matters. You told me you were networking. Why are you at a club at 3 a.m. with a $2,000 bar tab? Jenna, I don't have time for this. Send the money, or I'm going to be stuck here all night. Something in his tone, the entitlement, the demand, the complete lack of awareness of how insane this was, made something inside me snap. No. Silence. What? Brandon sounded shocked. No. I'm not sending you $2,000. Are you kidding me right now? Jenna, I'm serious. My card declined. Then call someone else. Call one of the guys you're networking with. Call your family. Call your bank. But I'm not sending you $2,000 at 3 a.m. for a club tab. You're my girlfriend. You're supposed to help me. I've been helping you for 8 months, Brandon. I've paid your rent, your bills, your food, your everything. And now you're at a nightclub at 3 a.m. and you want me to send you $2,000? No. Figure it out yourself. Jenna. I hung up, and then I turned my phone off and went back to sleep. I need your opinion right now. Drop a comment and tell me, did I do the right thing? Would you have sent the money? And where are you watching from? I'm genuinely curious what people think about this. I woke up the next morning to chaos. 53 missed calls. 38 text messages. All from Brandon. The texts started angry. Can't believe you left me there. What kind of girlfriend are you? You're so selfish. Then they turned desperate. Please call me back. I need to talk to you. Can you at least respond? Then they got mean. You're a terrible person. I should have known you were like this. I'm done with you. I didn't respond to any of them. Instead, I got up, made coffee, and started thinking clearly for the first time in months. Who was this man? This man I'd been supporting for 8 months. This man who thought it was reasonable to call me at 3 a.m. demanding $2,000 for a nightclub tab? And more importantly, why had I been accepting this behavior? I called Kara. He did what? She screamed when I told her about the 3 a.m. call. Called me demanding $2,000 for a club tab. And you said no? I said no. Good. Jenna, please tell me you're finally seeing what we've all been seeing for months. I was quiet. Jenna, he's using you. He's been using you this entire time. And now he thinks he can call you at 3 a.m. and demand money like you're his personal ATM? That's not love. That's exploitation. She was right. God, she was so right. Brandon showed up at my apartment 6 hours later. I heard his key in the lock. I'd given him a key months ago, which now seemed like the stupidest decision I'd ever made. He walked in looking rough. Bloodshot eyes. Rumpled clothes. Reeking of alcohol. We need to talk, he said. Yeah, we do. He sat on my couch, in my apartment that I paid for. Last night was messed up. I'm sorry I called you like that. Are you sorry you called? Or are you sorry I said no? He blinked. What? Are you apologizing for calling me at 3 a.m. demanding money? Or are you just upset that I didn't give it to you? Jenna, come on. Answer the question, Brandon. He ran his hands through his hair. Look, I was drunk. Things got out of hand. The guys were buying rounds and I was trying to keep up, and before I knew it, the tab was huge and my card declined and I panicked. So you called me, your girlfriend who you live with rent-free, who pays for everything, and demanded she send you $2,000 at 3 a.m. I didn't demand. Yes, you did. You absolutely did. You ordered me to send money like I was your employee. I was desperate. You're always desperate, Brandon. Desperate for rent money. Desperate for bill money. Desperate for food money. I've been covering your desperation for 8 months. And I'm done. His face changed. What are you saying? I'm saying we're over. I want you out of my apartment by the end of the week. You can't be serious. I'm completely serious. Because of one night. Because I made one mistake. This wasn't one mistake, Brandon. This was the final straw. You've been living off me for months. Promising you'd get a job, pay me back, contribute something. And you never did. You just kept taking and taking and taking. And last night, you showed me that you don't see me as a partner. You see me as a resource. That's not fair. What's not fair is that I've spent $18,000 on you in 8 months. What's not fair is that you've never once offered to help with rent or groceries or bills. What's not fair is that you think calling me at 3 a.m. demanding money for a club tab is acceptable behavior in a relationship. He stood up. So that's it? You're just going to throw away what we have. What do we have, Brandon? Really? What are you contributing to this relationship besides stress and debt? He couldn't answer. That's what I thought. You have until Friday to get your stuff and leave. I'm changing the locks on Saturday. He tried every tactic over the next few days. Anger. You're a cold-hearted bitch. I can't believe I wasted a year on you. Guilt. I have nowhere to go. You're going to make me homeless. Bargaining. What if I get a job this week? What if I pay you back? Can we try again? Love bombing. You know I love you. We can work through this. Every couple has problems. I stayed firm. You have until Friday. Friday came. Brandon's stuff was packed in boxes by the door. He took it all, what little he had, and left without saying goodbye. I changed the locks that afternoon. And then I did something I should have done months ago. I calculated exactly how much money I'd spent on him. Rent, 4 months of him living with me, $4,800. Groceries, $2,400. His car insurance, $800. His phone bill, $320. Restaurants and dates, $3,200. Gas money, $600. Emergencies he needed help with, $4,500. Miscellaneous, clothes, toiletries, entertainment, $1,380. Total, $18,000. $18,000 in 8 months. I sat there staring at that number, feeling sick. That was money I could have put toward a down payment on a house. Money I could have invested. Money I could have used for travel or savings or literally anything other than subsidizing a grown man's lifestyle. My phone buzzed. A text from an unknown number. This is Brandon's friend Mike. Just wanted to let you know that Brandon's been telling everyone you kicked him out over nothing. That you're crazy and controlling. Thought you should know he's playing victim. I wasn't surprised. Of course he was. Thanks for letting me know. I texted back. For what it's worth, we all knew he was using you. None of us understood why you put up with it for so long. Ouch. But fair. 6 weeks have passed since that 3 a.m. phone call. Brandon has tried to contact me 11 times. I've blocked him on everything, but he keeps finding new ways. New phone numbers. Instagram DMs from fake accounts. Even showed up at my apartment building once. The doorman turned him away. His messages alternate between, I miss you. Can we talk? And, you ruined my life. I hope you're happy. I don't respond to any of them. My friends are proud of me. Finally, Kara said, I was starting to think you'd never see it. My therapist, yes, I started therapy after this, says I was in a codependent relationship, that I was trying to fix Brandon instead of accepting that he didn't want to be fixed, that I was confusing helping with enabling. She's right. I found out through mutual friends that Brandon is now dating someone new, a woman he met 2 weeks after we broke up. According to the rumor mill, he's already moved in with her, and she's helping him get back on his feet. I feel sorry for her, but she's not my responsibility. So here's what I learned from all this. If someone only calls you when they need something, money, favors, support, they don't love you. They're using you. If you're constantly making excuses for someone's behavior, you're not in a relationship. You're in denial. And if someone demands $2,000 from you at 3 a.m. for a nightclub tab, run. Don't walk. Run. That phone call was a gift. A 3 a.m. wake-up call in more ways than one. It showed me exactly who Brandon was, a user, a taker, someone who saw me as a resource, not a partner. And when I said no, when I finally set a boundary after months of saying yes, he showed his true colors. The anger, the manipulation, the victim playing, all of it. I'm not proud that I let it go on for 8 months. I'm not proud that I spent $18,000 on a man who gave me nothing in return. But I am proud that I finally said no. I'm Jenna. I'm 29 years old. And I wasted 8 months and $18,000 on a man who called me at 3 a.m. demanding money for a club tab. But I learned my lesson. I learned that love shouldn't cost you $18,000. That partnership means mutual support, not one-sided exploitation. That potential means nothing if someone refuses to work toward it. And I learned that sometimes the best thing you can do for yourself is hang up the phone at 3 a.m., turn it off, and go back to sleep. Because your peace is worth more than someone else's bar tab.